Okay. Hi, Mihai. That's nice to say, no?
I have the back, you have the front.
Do I?
We got it.
Can you speak loud? Look, that's the book. Mihai Barabancea, Falling on Blades.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct.
You show it, I show it. No, I want to go through the book with you.
Right.
I know that you have many stories combined,
Of course.
connected to the images. You always have stories, right?
Yes.
So
Basically,
it's the most impressive thing is if we go through. Can we do it so that I see more of the images, or is this impossible? That I can see more of the images, you know? Wat is dat nu zo geliefd? Wieso is dat nu zo geliefd? Wieso ben je hier zo geliefd? Dat gaan we net aan. Oké. Yes. So, Mihai. Yes.
So, Patrick.
So this is a book about, let's say, Roma culture.
That's Romanian
Roma
culture with all its in all its diversity and with
in Romania and Moldavia.
Exactly correct. So basically, it took 3-4 years to go on different kind of missions in different regions to gather a lot of information, to get a lot of photos, and basically what I wanted to find out the glitches or like the things that are unusual, but from a foreign perspective, not from a local perspective, but more closer to what a German or like a British guy would think about. Like, so I was putting all these images on steroids, let's say, and yeah, it's how would I present it? Because it's interesting. Now I was thinking about this because these images, like for you, are like have like a different meaning. We sometimes see them, sometimes we don't, but we don't see them that close. So I'm making like a close up, like a focus on some details, on some of the aspects, not Roma culture, but Romanian culture. And at some point, I was thinking, well, because foreign media is feeding like people outside the Romania, is feeding with a certain image of the country. Like I've been to Paris with some friends, and they were expecting some other guys, and they said, listen, when our common friends come, don't tell them that you're from Romania. And I said, why? Because I'm proud of being from Romania. Like, no, they will freak out. No, man, I should be the example that bends the rule, or it's like. So these images are like are made everywhere around Romania, and there's a lot of stories. I don't know.
But why exactly did they freak out?
I don't know, because
What's the image?
Western media is feeding citizens with like a savage part of Europe. Is like that's the no man's land of Europe. Although they are in European Union, they are still savages. And of course, there are some aspects, but from my point of view, that's the beauty of my country. That's the beauty of Romania, being so like have this post-communist reminiscence combined with the American cultural colonization starting after '89 up in the '90s, and all this cultural colonization from everywhere. So basically, yeah, what we see is that's just these layers of the layers on top of each other. So it's a journey.
Can we start with this, our journey through the book?
Of course. So I was like, I was hitchhiking around in the center of the country, and I was hitchhiking, just me, myself, and my backpack. And at some point, I got in the car with this truck driver, and at some point I was looking on the window on the left side, and I saw this guy working on this car. So it was like a leather, um, and he was working in the car, and I instantly said to the driver, I said, "Stop! Stop! 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 Stop!" And he said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa!" And he like pulled the hand brake, and with the sound like that. What happened? What happened? Listen, guy, I'm sorry. I have to get down and take this picture. This guy never knew me. This is the first time we met. Like, so I was like, no, I have to get down right now and wait for me 2 minutes, and I'm going to be right back. So I got I got down from this car. I ran to this people to this guy house, and he was like making, this is like a Dacia, is like a Renault, a version of Renault. Renault had like this factory. So basically, this guy empty all the elements from the car to be lighter, and he was adding it to the structure of the house, and it was like something to be proud of. It was something like he was making his house better looking. Like,
Can he can he sit here? Can he sit in this?
no. Actually, it's not a part of the living room. It's not a part. That's not the matrimonial suite. That's not the matrimonial suite with the bed. No. It would be nice to have.
Is the whole car in the house?
No, it's just the design. So as I said,
he cut
it. But
right
he
through.
worked a lot for this. He emptied all the heavy parts, and it was lighter, and just added a few decorations to his home.
Did you?
And I just took some photos exactly in the day he was installing. He said, "I just finished installing it. That's amazing." So like,
How do you like it? Yeah.
so then I ran away after the guy that took me with his car, and I said, "Okay, we can go now." So he was like, "What did you have done?" Like, I took a photo.
What did he think about?
About the house? Yeah, he asked me the same. What was that guy doing? I don't know. He's just complimenting his design tastes, like tastes. Like,
But your driver thought it's nothing special.
no. He no. It was something special.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. At some point, like this image. Well, it's a heavy image. Like, well, I cannot disclose the details of this image because it's a model, and she's enjoying her beauty. And I went to her place to take some photos, and
Model
in, like, for me, every woman is beautiful in their senses.
Yeah, but you she undressed for you, or she posed?
Yeah, she was already undressed when I just ring the bell, and she was undressed, and I said, and like she wanted, I said, whoa. She was already undressed, and she's like, "No, I'm gonna rape you," or something like, "Whoa, wait a second." It was like something like, "Whoa, because I have to get to work in like 1 hour, so let's whoa." Yeah, and also part of my practice is to just to stage a little bit to frame and to stage a little bit the whole environment. So some of the images you won't even knew that they were kind of staged, but they are. Some of them I work with the characters. I made, like, because I work on 35mm film. I just shoot many rolls of film just to get that particular frame. So some of them are accidental, some of them are like worked on. Like I insist.
And what's that?
It's just a medusa, like a jellyfish, on the Black Sea shore. And I found like, yeah, I don't know. I just found some of the prosthesis, and I just play with it in a way. So I hope the animal rights activists don't don't jump on me from, yeah.
But it has something human.
it has something like an alien human related, yeah,
Absolutely.
because it's a dental prosthesis, dental how do you call it? Yeah, dental prosthesis.
Yeah,
Like
prosthesis.
yeah, and it has something human. Yeah, it has like a like yeah. I don't know. Well, this is some Roma traditional dresses, and the girls are proud of their heritage, and there are some standard
What,
positions when
what
they're
does
posing, and then it says
Romanesque mean?
it says Romanian products on the top of the image because it was in a public market, in a public market. So they were
Meaning,
selling different Romanian products like
but
cheese,
I mean food or
food. Yeah, yeah, food
food?
related. Yeah, but being closed is just the name, the branding. Also been focusing on because of my background in graffiti, I was focusing on memories and how the skin was in all the guys. The skin is kind of not melting, but it has ripples. Yeah, so it has like a history, and people used to tattoo different elements of their in their from their memories on their skin, but it was a raw kind of art. Raw. I mean, it wasn't like something very
Refined,
designed.
not refined.
Yeah, and in a way, yeah, things. I mean, this is a nice composition. Like the guy has the blade, and okay. Now, what I see here is just uncertainty, and I like to play with uncertainty because you don't know if it's wine or blood.
Yes.
It's a
What
way.
is it? It's wine.
Who said so?
You don't know.
Exactly. So basically, you just thought for a second about what it could be. So also in the case of the jellyfish, you also ask yourself, could it be something else, or like you had like that uncertainty, which I love to play with. It's like a
Okay, architecture is an important,
brutally, yeah, brutally is kind of.
important part. So can you say something about this Romanian architecture, especially the Roma architecture?
But this is not Roma architecture.
No, I know this is not Roma, but you have many
Yeah, I've been.
of Roma architecture. Maybe we can compare.
All right, all right. Basically,
So this is Roma architecture.
yeah,
No?
yeah. So I visited some regions, some villages, and back in the 90s, Roma people were the first to go to Germany or to France. So it was a kind of a cultural exchange, but in a way, they were the first avengers, the first conquistadors of the new world. And I don't know what they were doing. Perhaps they were giving a bad name to our country. I don't know. But in a way, because they were doing money and they were like making a lot of money uh, out in the European Union or elsewhere, they invested also in their houses. You can turn the page to the next one. So basically, they were investing in their houses, and their houses have like 12 to from 10 to 20 rooms because it's a big family. You need 10 to 20 rooms, multiple layers, multiple design. They're not always used like from here. This was like one of some of the designs, but there are some special Rome architects that are especially doing this kind of architecture. And what can I say? I'm not an architect.
What is the purpose of this architecture? Is it architecture? Is it show, like
Yeah,
facade, show of being rich, being successful?
showing rich, they're successful, and it's a part of the tradition to make a big house for the whole family.
So
We
there's
have
still a family, a structure of big families
it's a structure
still
that
existing.
it's first, but it's the design which attracts us, but also the functionality, which they are. These houses are meant for many people to like an atomic shelter, you know, just to have all. And they look like something like Gaudi would do at some point, like something really a lot of details, a lot of putting the name out on the house, putting I mean to represent your family, to represent who you are. So it's a part of Roma tradition when you succeed in life, to show off, to show that you are someone. But it looks lovely. I mean, if I have to choose between living here in this small apartment and just go there in the countryside and live in that, I would definitely choose that. I mean,
if you would, yeah, but you are not Roma, right?
I'm not Roma, but like, yeah.
You're not, but would you, if you would build a house, if you would have the money and you would build, would you go for this kind of decorative style, or would you be more neutral, more Western, more
I think
modern?
I would go with more minimalistic, but if it's one of the houses in Monaco, I would go for one of the Monaco houses like that, Monte Carlo, like French Riviera. I would do one of the houses, build one of the houses like that. So yeah, why not? Also, this is I went to there are some. So what I was looking for, it was events and places and people. And one of the events is the baptize of the horses. It's made in January. It's very cold outside. It's snowing, and people are like different regions are like gathering, and they just made this artifact. They made their horses beautiful, and they bless the horses. The priest comes and bless the horse. So it's just a ceremonial makeup for the horse, and yeah, it's a detail. It's a detail. It's beautiful. I think the guy worked a lot for that. So, and also what you didn't know, I didn't use it in the book, is that on the same day, 5 to 10 to 20 young people jump in the cold waters to recuperate a cross. So they swim in the cold waters, and yeah. Also, this is called the how do you call it? The Easter of the dead Easter. So basically, a lot of Roma people celebrate their dead ones in the cemetery. They go over there and they make huge barbecues. They enjoy life, and they open the crypts. And when they open the crypt, the smell of the fish or whatever that relative liked in his life, they could also, so in order, yeah, the smell to get inside the crypt where the dead is. So it's a way to commemorate.
But is it the same day as we celebrate Catholic?
No. It's
when is it?
It's the Saturday of the Dead, or like the Dead, Saturday of the Dead. So there are a lot of yeah. This is a plane, and being inventive, being adaptive, means that the owner made like a restaurant out of unused planes. People were like dining over there. It's shadow. It's chilly.
The restaurant.
Get a beer.
Yeah.
We can have a beer next time over there.
It's garbage.
Yes, it's well, I've been to different garbage areas where like people are throwing away the garbage, and there are people that are collecting metal or plastic from the garbage. So they're like recycling in a way. So basically, these people are having this houses made of whatever they found over there, and also they had animals, and some of the animals are like pigs and goats. But the pigs are just enjoying the sunny weather. They just swim in the garbage juice, so to speak. And I think in Christmas they have like they taste good. I don't know. I mean, they could. I mean, it's one of the reasons I cannot eat so much meat anymore, because I've seen a lot of stuff like
garbage
this.
comes.
Yeah.
With us, with us, the story goes, when I was a kid, the Roma people came by and they would collect metal, right?
Yeah.
They would collect metal and they would fix your pans and they would sharpen your knives, right? And then people told when something was missing, it was the Roma that stole it, right? So it's not anymore now. They're not coming by anymore in villages. In Italy, I've seen it, they still say in northern Piedmont, they still say, it was stolen. Those were the gypsies, like they say gypsies, they don't say Roma. So the Zigani. So in Romania, the Romas are settled, or are they still nomadic?
Well, I just wanted to start just by saying that people are still biased today. They still tell their kids, if you're not a good kid, the Roma will come and get you, will kidnap you. So it's a lot of discrimination.
If you don't behave,
if you don't
Roma
behave,
will come and get you.
They'll come and get you.
That was not told with us. That's even more.
But it's a way of getting away, and it's a way to discriminate a priori. So basically, I know some of them already moved to France, to England, or to other countries. We don't have. I mean, in every culture there are lows and highs, and basically you cannot judge the whole culture based on some small number of individuals that are doing bad things and steal or something. Of course, it's part of life. I mean, if I would have all the money in the world, I would not steal anything, right? So basically, it's because society.
Yeah, but
didn't give us any chance, right?
I mean, it's racism. I mean, let's be really very clear. It's racism.
Of course,
the Roma.
Exactly.
So actually, and the terrible thing is with Roma that never anything was done to make it good. Like the Roma suffered during the Holocaust. The Roma suffered several persecutions in all countries, and I think never anything really was done good. Was recompensated. There was a certain movement years ago here in Switzerland to compensate for the things done during the 30s and the 40s and the 50s. But they reduced the places where Romas could stay. They reduced the free land, where Roma could stay. So Roma had less and less places to go, and were harassed still until now. So in Romania, I guess, Romania is like, you could say, a shelter country for Roma, or how is that? How well are they treated there? What is the standing inside Romania?
Discrimination
compared to the normal Romanian, like you, Romanian.
Discrimination is still on the table, so people still discriminate. Basically, Roma have been have you seen Django, the movie with the Django, Tarantino movie, Django? It was the same situation. They were slaves on some big owners of land, or even the church. The church owned the Roma population and they put them to work. Also in the communist era, they were used for forced labor. I also talked with one of the um, guys representing Roma, and I said, you need like retribution for like you've been for 500 years been used and abused. You need like to have like retribution. Yeah. So this discussion is so complex, and there are many ways to put it. But this book is not only about the Roma culture. It's part of. You said like Romania is also has like a Roma component, but it's part of Romania. It's not the whole Romania. So in my book, it's not only about that.
But is there still now? I mean, that's the question actually. What's the state of them? Is there still persecution or harassment or?
Yes. And
so they're not really well off in Romania.
Because one of my projects was about documenting some of the weird neighborhoods where a lot of Roma live, and from what I've seen, it's like globalization made like this separation. Like you cannot access good jobs, you cannot access health care. You have all this with these elements, and it's like it's creating a bigger gap between different categories. Yeah, and I can tell you also a story about my encounter with, because I was like traveling around Romania for like 5 to 10 days, 5-7 days or something like that. And at some point, I went to this neighborhood in another city, and I started drinking with the guys. I bought them something to drink. We were having a good time, and we were like enjoying ourselves. They were singing to me. I was like the foreign guy coming to. I was an outsider, but like I was trying to integrate. So I got so drunk with them. And at some point, my phone disappeared. I think it fell, or I don't know. So we started fighting. I was fighting inside one of this stuff neighborhood. One of the guys. So he almost chucked me to death. Like he was like
choked you.
Yeah. Strangling me like with all this. So
why exactly?
I don't know. We were drunk, and he took my phone. Or, I don't know. Something happened. Like
yes.
But yeah. So should I continue with the stories? But there are so many elements, and the interesting aspect is that at some point I was so loud and so. I was fighting with this guy and all that, and at some point, the guys from the block, the Roma people, called the police on me. So the police came, and I was like fighting with the police. Also, I was like, so the police could not handle me, so they took me to a hospital, to like a mental hospital. So they're like, I was like, okay, what can I do? I'm just gonna enjoy myself. Once again, I'm happy that I'm alive. And the next day, the police came after me to get me back on the case or something like it. And they recuperate my stuff, all my stuff. So camera and phone and whatever. I was more happy that I'm alive. But what I did, I said, listen, it's not that guy's fault. I'm gonna cancel my declaration. I'm gonna cut it in half because
you didn't sue him.
What?
You didn't sue him.
I didn't sue him exactly because I recuperate my stuff, and I said, man, it's my fault because I was playing with the crocodiles, with the like Steve Irwin. I was playing with the catfish. With I don't know. It's my fault because I didn't took the necessary precautions. Sometimes it backfires. It's a fact of life. I should accept it I'm alive, and I should not destroy other people's lives.
It's photographers' risk.
Yeah, it's a photographer's. It's perhaps it's a journey. This is photography, just like a residual track of higher immersive experience, so to say. Yeah, and this, for an example, here it's I was fascinated with teeth, with this kind of sharp elements from knives to teeth, and this is like a park where there are all these type of elements, and it was winter and it was full of covered in snow. Yeah, so but I just because I told you about the, yeah. Oh, this is an interesting story here. So this guy with the with the BMW with the green yellow car was driving so fast on the tram line. So it was people in the station. So I saw that he was driving so fast, 100 per hour, like, gee. And I said like, no, fuck you, dude. F you, dude. F you, dude. So the guy saw me showing him the finger, and he stopped. He immediately stopped. Like, so I said, now what? Now what am I gonna do? Like, the guy is gonna. He got down. He came to me, and from my right shoulder there was another guy in the station, in the tram station, and he immediately punched the guy. So I just attract the bee, or like attracted him, and then the other guy punched him. But we have no connection at all. So it was just things happening. So yeah, yeah. So this is the story. So
So
basically,
that could have been you. So,
that could have been me. Yeah, that could have been me exactly. But I was the designated photographer. So by the karma, so to speak. Also, I want to shoot. Oh, okay, okay. Just because we didn't tell the people about the cover a little bit, just because the cover is so eclectic, or like so poetic.
okay, I'll show the cover.
Yeah,
Tell me
you
about the
remember
cover.
that in the first time we wanted to use this one,
Yes.
but it was too organic for me, and I wanted something more poetic in a way. I don't know if it's uh, attracting the views, but so yeah, this is the knife that we use in the shooting. I use in the shooting. So it's a collectible knife from 2002. It's a sci-fi knife, so to speak.
It's,
I just I just wanted to
it
show
looks
you.
very dangerous as a
It
knife.
looks, no, but it's so free. So it depends how you use it. But I use it for shooting only. So, and that tiger, because in the quarantine, I was traveling with a Glovo bag, with the food delivery bag on my back. So I was traveling all over Bucharest, but with no food at all. I was just traveling with a bag. So at some point I was searching for different areas, and I found this incredible yard full of animals, full of these huge animals, which were made from rigits or something like it, from like like a soft element, but they were pink
Yeah.
and all this. And I just love that spot, and I just love the idea of combining tiger shark with tiger nut. It's just the way things are. Like always, it's a fight for survival, for surviving. Like there are a lot of elements that would make like a deer die in her first 2 or 3 years of age. Like Bambi. You remember Bambi? Like in nature, everything is possible and it's correct because it's normal. We cannot blame the wolf for wanting to kill the deer. So in a way, I was like fascinated about these details about like how nature is fighting for like a way to um, natural select some elements to have the best for like how do you call it, like the best genetic makeup to have like yeah. So yeah, it's a combination. Falling on blades. It's a poetic way to say like what happened to you. I just felt on a knife 13 times. Oh, that happened to me. That means you got stabbed. Like you got like so. I don't know. It's the book with number 295, Patrick.
Yes.
Wait, you made so many books in so many years. Well, how do you
It's
feel about it? How do you
sorry?
feel about how do you feel about making books, artist books? And I think it's aside from a business, I think you have like
No, it's
some
not
more.
business.
No, exactly. It's more like ethics. And how do you feel
Not
about it? Tell me a little.
how I feel.
Yes, how do you feel about working with artists and I don't know, channeling their energy into something?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I do. I channel their energy into a book.
Okay, and you're
Yeah.
doing that
I,
because
yeah. The main thing is the book. You know,
okay,
that's all I think about when I work with
no, you're not thinking about it.
all. It's
No.
all in the result. In the end, it's a nice book.
Okay, okay,
That's
okay.
that's the aim. I'm a
But
publisher
why? Why are you doing it? What's the motive?
because I love books, and I think the book is a very intelligent form of presenting art and aesthetics and imagery and language. A book is a very rich media to show things, and still it's cheap, comparably cheap. You know, like I mean, it's costing about the same, maybe a bit more, maybe 2 times more than the entrance into a cinema. You know, like
Okay.
it's cheap media to consume
Mhm.
compared to art or
Yes.
I don't know, you know. So or
Yeah.
traveling is much more expensive than have a book, and so it's democratic, it's intelligent, it's informed. Um, you can put a lot of things into a book, a lot of aspects. It's reflection, it's thought. The book is like a book is to make a book, to publish a book, to compose a book, and to conceive a book is to means to think about something, not just if you shoot the images and you have a collection of images, it's not yet a thought. It's still
Exactly.
only collecting, taking in, and then if you do a book, it's becoming a reflection on this subject, on your obsession. So it's a combination of, I mean, you definitely have a kind of an obsession with your
Environment,
issue and
elements,
your content,
characters. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the book brings it into an order. You know, the book has always the same order. It's page after page.
Yeah.
So it's double page.
The rhythm, and
A rhythm
the
and the
narrative.
choreography and the
Mhm.
so that's what I'm interested in. How to transform something complex and wild and diverse into one book. You know?
Yeah, it's an interesting
So that's
uh, because I found the same thing. After taking photos and photos, and then you have to stop at some point and then think how you're gonna create a narrative, and you have to get
yes,
into the composition like a music player, like a musician. You have to create something different, not just running everywhere to document or to archive images, just to make something a flow and something coherent out of it in a
yes.
way.
And I mean, a book is a flow. Yeah, you can say flow, or it's a story. You know, it's always a narrative because you have one page after the other.
Yes.
So it's telling a story. You go through the book image by image, and you have kind of a trip or a storyline or an itinerary where you go, where you follow the sequence of images.
Yes, the sequencing, but yeah, obviously here in Romania there are some not so many books that you can you can I mean there's a few books, perhaps more than there are no more than 10 books per year that are made here, photography related, art related, perhaps plus. But obviously there are no guidelines when you start orchestrating, sequencing the book. I had just to learn by try, learn by just
Yeah, it's learning by doing. It's
yeah, exactly.
learning by doing. And I know you didn't make any book before, so it's your first book, sort of.
Well, I made some
Yeah, you made something, but I mean, you were not experienced bookmaker.
Yeah, yeah.
You were not.
Experienced bookmaker, so it's my first big books. But I made some zines and some other editions, some other small books. But yeah, so yeah. But it's interesting.
What about her, or him, or her?
She's beautiful. She's beautiful in every way. I don't know. I like this dreamy element. Like people are meditating, and as you said before, it's a reflection, but it's like you're looking in a mirror, but the image in the reflection, has its eyes closed and has this all different mood than you. So it's like you're recognizing yourself, but in a different way, in a different timeline. I don't know. I don't know. There are many interpretations. I've been documenting also the LGBTQ communities and I don't know all type of communities. So it was like all type of elements that create a bigger narrative. Like
what about him? Did you know him? Do you know him? Did you get to know him?
Street and we spent some time together, and I don't know. It's something fascinating about.
You know anything about him? What is he doing? What is he?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know.
She's just a girl. She's just a small girl. This is the feeling that she or he gave me. She's like I don't know. Yeah.
What about the snake?
Well, the snake is kind of figurative. It's kind of easy to interpret because it's been around in different elements of the cultures, in all cultures, and in the narrative, it has a certain type of meaning, a certain type of connection with the other characters. I don't know what to say about it any more than you should check the book, and the book sequencing will let you feel what you have to feel because of the arrangement. I was just well, and also when you arrange a book, the sequencing, it always gets you into a roller coaster of emotions. But the composer always has to control the emotion. Like you always know what you have to deliver to the viewer. And there are 144 images, like Fibonacci number. And imagine that lightning. You saw the lightning earlier, and this lightning was with I mean, I only shoot, and I mostly shoot with point and shoot cameras. And in order to
with what? Sorry?
Point and shoot 35mm cameras,
yeah,
non-film, and because the delay of the camera, you cannot catch a lightning because when you see the lightning,
it's gone.
And you push the button, you're not gonna catch it. So basically, I was trying to do this, and actually, I managed to I don't know.
So you anticipated.
Yeah. So I was having like I was connecting with the whole clouds or something like, come on, it's gonna happen here. You don't know. So I was just anticipating. And also, it's a very important part of life to anticipate. I mean, the big companies like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, they are all trying to build models to anticipate your reaction. So in photography, it's also important to anticipate this kind of elements. This kind of elements come to you, or what's going to happen, what's going to happen next. So yeah, what can I say more? Like okay,
What's happening here?
obviously it has it's a girl in a simulator, and in the background you not even
In a simulator.
in a flight simulator, but it looks so 90s. It looks like something from the 90s. And also because you're focusing on the beauty of the girl, you never notice that the kid is being touched by another guy, or like, I don't know. So basically, yeah. So yeah. So basically so basically when I wrote the text from the beginning of the book, I wrote a text like more a sci-fi philosophical text, autobiographical, with the sexual elements and all that. But I was thinking about the book, uh, about all these elements, and as I said before, I designed a product for a foreign market. And, oh, looks nice on you. Like, this is a screenshot right here. This is a screenshot. This is this is very nice. So I was thinking about when I made a book, I was thinking about like Westworld. You remember the film Westworld, or the Netflix serial, or the HBO serial?
Series now.
Yeah. So basically, you go to a Wild West 300 years ago or 200 years ago, and I was thinking about the same stuff, because when I read the text, I was thinking about like a cyberpunk element. How would you see from a futuristic point of view, like if you travel to another parallel universe, it would be this one. Like, that's why the futuristic elements kick in at some point at the end of the book, or the late part of the book, when you see the elements of the matrix, so to speak, of the simulation. Yeah. But I know you're showing the photos, and perhaps you want me to describe them, but at some point it's difficult to tell the whole story. So I was just telling the general ideas. Yeah, these are Batman car. It's a guy that has pinned his ride, has customized his car into a Batman car, and yeah. So yeah, Westworld, kind of an East European Westworld.
Westworld was great, but
yeah.
Okay, we are almost at the end of our present.
This is an interior of a Roma house, and this guy was so amazing. He let me in, and I so much appreciate his hospitality. Yeah.
What is happening here? I mean,
he has like just a regular statue in his house. It's like Hugh Hefner. Hugh Hefner will have the same statue. You will not question it. Why would you question?
That's the guy's private house, and
yeah.
in his house.
Yeah, it's not a museum; it's his private house.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
What is this guy doing? You know that? You know what he's doing?
I don't know. I didn't ask him, but whatever he's doing, he's doing great. Whatever he's doing, he's doing great.
Why did he let you into his house?
Because look at me, I'm lovable.
Because you're so charming.
Yes.
But was he keen on being photographed? I mean, was he saying, "Oh yeah, come photograph my house"?
He didn't mind. He didn't mind. He was proud of his house, and his house.
It showed, yeah, okay, come in.
Sure. And I didn't push it. I didn't say, no, I want to go there. Give me a whiskey. Give me that. No. I just played it safe. You know, yeah. But so yeah. Also, yeah, yeah. Oh, and also this image is in connection with the
Charming
previous.
image. Hmm?
Yes, this image with the previous one, with the girl. Exactly. And they're like communicating with each other in a way. So if you could turn a little bit the page, no, in the other sense, in the other, no, 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 the left hand, Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, yeah, that's it. No, just yeah, on the middle. Yeah, okay. It doesn't matter. They just communicate. This is yeah the way.
Hmm.
So what I do sometimes I just communicate when like some of my preferred or like compatible characters, and just I just go with them on the street and we just do stuff. I don't know. We just drink, we just eat something, or we just go to public spaces like the one before. And yeah, we just travel around the city.
Let's talk about one other image, and then we.
Also, I want yeah.
The funeral.
Well, this is a stage image. It's not a real funeral decoration.
At a funeral business, at a funeral business.
Well, you could say so, but exactly, uncertainty is the name of the game.
Okay.
That's why I like to emphasize on that. And also, I want to thank everybody involved from design, Maximize, to the guys, to Christian, to Gloria, Andrea, and, and to you. And I don't know, you've been an amazing team, so to speak. And I think it was one.
You have been
naughty,
charming
naughty
partner for this book. So
tell me,
I understand totally why people let you in their house and show you what they had, you know, because you're really somebody who is convincing people, you know.
I don't know. I'm.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that. Nah.
You're killing them, you know. You can't resist your.
Tell me more.
Charm.
No, but tell me from your experience, because it's my personal my personal.
Let's finish with this image.
Was it a hard book to do? Was
no.
this book?
We
was
had
it
much harder books.
No, you had harder. This is what I love to hear.
Every book is hard to do.
Hard to do.
And nice to do. You know, it's not. You can't say that it's harder.
As I told you, I was fascinated about the teeth and sharp objects, so that was part of. But look at the design. Think on blades. It's amazing. Look at the edges.
Back.
Exactly. Look at the edges.
And you asked for a silver cut, you know.
Exactly.
And one see that, the silver cut.
Wow.
Right. In this case, I'm very careful with those kind of things because they can become very kinky, you know, and shishy. But in this case, it's totally fitting, you know, it's totally fitting. So thank you very much for your time. And have a good time. Are you also in lockdown situation, or is there?
I'm in lockdown.
Masks or what?
In lockdown. No, but yeah, we have a partial lockdown. We just but you remember when I went to print the book in Germany? It was a Goldilocks because Germany was closed, and it's closed again. So we got like a window of opportunity, and I went there, and it was amazing because I never been to Germany, and this story. I arrived in Berlin 2 or 3 days before the actual date on the DZA printing house that was scheduled for the book. So I went there, and I was traveling around Berlin with Miron Zabnir, a fellow photographer, and we took some photos. At some point, we split, and I was coming back to the house. I was having some beers on the bicycle, and I was going back to where, and at some point I saw this beautiful, gorgeous transvestite. It was amazing. It was a leather suit, not leather suit, animal print suit, like tiger suit, something like a full body, and with a widow, how do you call it?
A hoodie.
Widow hoodie, widow.
Oh, with a mask.
He has a mask, like a Zorro mask, underneath the widow, like a widow. It's like, how do you call it?
Oh yeah, a whale.
A whale, exactly. Yeah. A veil, yeah. And she was amazing. She has beautiful lips, German lips. Like it was so beautiful.
German lips.
And,
I have no idea what German lips are.
I don't know, but like very beautiful, tall. And I was like, "You're amazing. Allow me to take some photos." And I was taking photos. She was saying nothing. She was just moving the lip, like in the most erotic way. But I mean, I was like attracting in a way I could not say. I mean, it was an attraction that it was like fascination more, and I was so attractive. And at some point, I had to change the film in the camera, in the 35mm camera, and the girl just went in the middle of the street, and I said, "Whoa, I'm gonna follow you," and I'm just gonna. I said, "Even better, the cars are passing by. It's night, the cars are passing by." And I just continue taking photos in the middle of the street, and the girl was like taking positions, like having like enjoying in a way, but not saying anything. And at some point, a few cars stop, and the 4 guys go down from one car and say, they say, "Whoa, F you, let me do my job. I don't care about German shit. Let me do my job." So we're taking photos, and then, no, this is Polizei. Come with us. So they just, I say, "Okay, what? For going for jaywalking? You're gonna arrest me for jaywalking or something like it?" This happened before before the printing. So they arrested me and they put handcuffs on my handcuffs, and they arrested me like for real.
Why exactly?
Why you think? Yeah.
But why exactly did they arrest you?
Exactly. Why? I said, why exactly are you confiscating my camera and you're arresting me? And they said, sexual harassment. So what? Say what? Sexual harassment? But I was having like beautiful Kodak moment. This whole fusion, the whole element, and I was like, how come? Because perhaps they saw from the car that a weird guy, was taking photos to a beautiful transvestite. And I said, no. If there is a complaint, okay, I will respond. But
she was gone. She was gone.
No, she was there. And the guy, and I said, ask the girl if I did anything to her. And she said no, and she left. And this is like, no. So I said, okay, you have no case. Basically, let me call my lawyer. Let me call my embassy. So it was ludicrous, like Kafka. It was like Kafka. Well, where am I? Well, like, why are you arresting me for taking photos?
But then she was gone. She couldn't help you anymore.
She just talked like.
She just said no.
She said no.
No harassment.
She said no. But they said, no, you have been drinking. So where are you from? Romania. Oh, Romania. No, come with us. So basically, they double discriminate me for like being drunk and taking photos.
Romanian.
And Romanian.
And photographing.
Photographing. And so I end up in a jail a night or 2 nights before printing the book. So eventually they let me go, and
fine.
What? Yeah, but everything is alright. I did not recuperate my camera on my films, but I guess they're like still starting the case. But it was no complaint at all. That's why I was like, no, this is not happening. This is unreal. For taking some photos to a girl that allowed me, I said nothing is wrong. No. So yeah, things are happening.
Mihai, we have to stop. So have a nice time and take care.
Have a nice one, Patrick.
In Bucharest. Bye.
See you soon. Cheers.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.